Hey everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and we're gonna have a little discussion about some of the new releases and reissues that came out today. And as always, start with the pick of the week. Sometimes I do a couple of them, but this week I just had the one. Feel like people have been kind of waiting for this. And this is Japanese Breakfast, and it's called Jubilee. This is on the Dead Oceans label, and this is the third album from Michelle Zauner, who records under the name of Japanese Breakfast, and this is the follow-up to her 2017 sophomore effort that was called Soft Sounds from Another Planet. And she kind of, the way she talked about this was after spending the last 5 years, writing about grief and, kind of despair, she really wanted to have the follow-up be all about joy. And that's kind of where the approach of this one comes from. It's a much more upbeat, nice kind of fun pop record. And she said for her, she thought the third record should really feel bombastic, and she wanted to really pull out all the stops on this album. So it's really worth your time. If you've enjoyed Japanese Breakfast from before, you're gonna like this one. Now, the nice thing here too is that if you come in the store and buy this, we have a limited number of these really nice little slip mats too. So you get one of these if you purchase the album, but there's a limited supply, so you gotta be kind of quick if you want that. But also, this is also available on cassette for you, and it comes on the regular black vinyl or a yellow and clear swirl. So sorry about that cuckoo clock sound. That's the doorbell from retail. We're actually now fully open with retail, so we are from Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 4. So just off on Mondays. But anyway, that's the sound when, somebody enters or exits so that we can hear it in here. Sorry about that. Anyway, all right. So there you go. Pick of the week. So let's get into some of this stuff too. This is going to be just some of the new releases and reissues that, came out today. Okay. So first up, this is going to be, Curtis, Amy, and Dupree Bolton. This is Katanga. This is Tone Poet, and this is, through Blue Note, and this was recorded in 1963. It was the last of 6 LPs that were recorded by the saxophonist for Pacific Jazz. And this is like, with the Tone Poet, it's like remastered and 180 gram gatefold. It's that special series. So there you go. And there you go. So yeah, anyway, there's not much else to say about that. Pretty great record, but available for you now. Now this one is Atreyu Baptized, and this is really strange. These guys, this one is it's on Spine Farm. That's the label. 2 decades since their last album. So that's kind of a weird thing. And there's different versions of this. I can't quite figure it out. There's blue vinyl. And then there's something that they're kind of calling the e-commerce version 1 and 2. I kind of can't figure out what they are. I'm assuming e-commerce is that you got to get it like digitally downloaded. But I've been like combing the web to try to find the information about this, and I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing. So anyway, we do have this available. It's here, but not sure what that e-commerce version is all about. Okay. And then we have the Beths, Future Me Hates Me. This is on Car Park, and this is the limited edition cloudy grape vinyl color. And it also comes with a digital download. And this was their debut record. And of course, that single, Future Me Hates Me, kind of played into the ground, but it's very much like road trip music, okay? Next up, here's Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. This is Witch Doctor. This is also on Blue Note, part of the Tone Poet series. And this was recorded in 1961, but it wasn't released until 1967. And that had like a real great lineup. It had Wayne Shorter on sax, it had Lee Morgan on trumpet, Bobby Timmons on piano, and Jamie Merritt on bass. So this is available again, gatefold sleeve, 180 gram, and remastered. Sorry, it's harder to see it with that loose bag around it. But anyway, Tone Poet series, super great. Next up, this is Cheap Trick in Another World, and this is on BMG Rights Management. This is, believe it or not, their 20th studio album, and you know, it's just more of the same. It's like nothing really has changed too much with them. It sounds like it always did. It's on blue and white splatter vinyl, okay? Next up, we have nice revving of a motorcycle outside there. Great. Okay, now we've got Chubby and the Gang, Lightning Don't Strike Twice, and backed with Life's Lemons. It's a 7-inch on the Partisan label. This is, you know, just kind of hardcore, you know, kind of punk stuff. It's limited edition of 2000, okay? And next up is Patsy Klein. This is Walking After Midnight. It's on red vinyl, and this is on Cleopatra, and it is a 4-color silk-screened cloth jacket that is, you know, to be honest with you, you know, it isn't that great looking, but anyway, it's supposedly very collectible and stuff because it is this cloth. You can kind of see how, well, anyway, not a great picture of Patsy Klein, you know, and the back is like this. So anyway, there you go. I don't know. I don't find it to be that impressive, but it's a cool song and it's on red vinyl, so that's kind of great. Okay, then we have Crowded House. Believe it or not, Crowded House, this is on BMG Rights Management as well, and this is called Dreamers Are Waiting. It's the 7th studio album by this Australian rock band, and it's you know, their main guy here is Neil Finn, that was also in Split Enz, like way back in the day. The Finn brothers recorded on his own. Neil Finn is a very beloved artist and you know, very successful in Crowded House. So he said that he wanted to wait until there was a fresh and authentic way to reapproach recording his Crowded House, and you know, he was afraid of just kind of repeating the same formulas. The album was primarily recorded in Los Angeles before 2020 COVID-19 lockdowns, and it was finished remotely. It's their first studio album since 2010's Intriguer, with the band reuniting with the producer Mitchell Froome, who is now also the band's keyboardist. And for the first time since Woodface in 1991, it's also Crowded House's first album with Neil Finn's sons, Liam and Elroy, as members of the group. So anyway, it was a pleasant listen. It was like kind of cool, but again, not the same punch that was from their heyday of things like when Woodface came out, that kind of stuff. But you know, as he said, he didn't really want it to be exactly the same. So, you know, you can get into it. Like I said, Neil Finn, very beloved, you know, singer-songwriter. So that's out. I was really surprised to see a new Crowded House album. That was I didn't realize that was coming out. Okay, now this is Hildegard. Hildegard is on the Section 1 label, and it's balances acoustic and electronic music. It's got all about kind of duplicity, multiplicity, that sort of thing is the running theme here. It's on clear vinyl. Okay, then we have this Krongbin purple label. It's the 5th and final in the series. It's got 2 remixes of tracks from the Mordecai. It's very limited. This is the purple one, and yeah, if you want this, you gotta move, because super limited, and they go fast. So good luck. All right, this is Jens Lekman. And when I said I wanted to be your dog, this is on green vinyl. This is from Secretly Canadian. This is it's the debut album from Swedish indie pop. You know, is he singer-songwriter, I'm assuming? I think so. Jens Lekman, okay. Yeah, they're calling it Opaque Green. All right, so then next up, this is, I hope I say this right, Pote. This is A Tenuous Tale of Her. This is on the Outlier label. Okay, so this guy was born in St. Lucia. He was raised in London, but he lives in Paris, and he's an electronic artist. So that's what's going on with him. Next up, this is Rise Against, and this is Nowhere Generation. Okay, so this is on Loma Vista. This is aggressive punk rock. It's they're talking about social economic stresses. It's in black vinyl here. There's that version, and there's also one on flame colored vinyl, and then there's the deluxe version. And this thing is kind of great. It's like a spinning wheel with a die cut jacket, and there's also a 7-inch and a booklet in here, and it's kind of hard to see, but see, all this stuff is die cut, and there's like a little wheel under the die cut that I guess you can spin. It's really kind of great. So that's the deluxe, and we've got all three for you here. Okay, next up is I guess I kind of went a little fast, but this one we should mention it too. This is Billy Gibbons. This is called Hardware. This is on Concord Records label. So this is the, Hall of Famer, ZZ Top frontman, Billy Gibbons. He, is giving you like a real desert vibe with this record. It's real Texas music. This is his third solo release. He's compiled a group of A-listers. It includes Matt Sorum on the drums and Austin Hanks on guitar. So anyway, they all headed out to Pioneer Town in California. That's kind of like I think it's out on the way to like Indio. It's out in the desert. And so that's where they recorded this record. It features, guitar prowess and vocals that have made this guy a legend, but it also, he's kind of trying to stretch his musical landscape. It's in a gatefold jacket, but like I said, you guys, this is very typical Texas music. If you like ZZ Top, that kind of, blues-based sort of rock and roll. It's that kind of time signature, and reminds me of like Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff, that kind of thing. Let's just call it what it is. It's Okie Stomp Club music, and that's what you're going to get with this. And it's kind of what, people love this guy for. So if you're into that, you're going to like it. This is the indie exclusive. It's on candy apple red colored vinyl, which is, kind of fitting as well. So, that's out new today. And then this one is Septus. This is Phantom Indigo. This one is on the Willowtip label. And this is a real kind of a psychedelic thrill ride. It's inspired by the book Hallucinations by the late neurologist Oliver Sacks. Don't think we need to say any more about that. That's just kind of, good jacket to kind of indicate what's going on there too. All right, now this is the soundtrack cast of Disney's Zootopia on a picture disc, and that's what that looks like. It's a pretty good looking picture disc. Okay, then we have from Secretly Canadian, this is War on Drugs, Wagon Wheel Blues. This is on opaque blue, which is pretty great, and this was their debut record, and so now you can get the reissue of that. Also from Secretly Canadian, this is Whitney, and this is Light Upon the Lake, and this is on opaque red vinyl. This was also Whitney's debut record that was produced by Whitney and Jonathan Ratto from Foxygen, who's, just an amazing producer that does a lot of work for a lot of different bands. Very cool. But anyway, so you can get that now too. The other thing that I forgot to tell you about, this is Decapitated on cassette, and it's the first Damned, and this was a demo compilation, and this is like they're a Polish technical death metal band, and there's like 2 live tracks on here too, so you can get that as well. I'm going to post the list down for you below. And now, like I said, we are open if you're a local, or even if you're don't live locally, but if you're ever traveling through, we are now open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 to 4. So hope to see you in here at some point. And we've got our retail shop is all like kind of refitted. It looks a lot better. I was gonna try to film in there to show you guys around, but we still had customers, and I didn't want to be in the corner talking to myself because I can't have a mask on when I try to talk to you. So that's why we're back here in the office again. But at some point, maybe I'll be able to pan the camera through there and show you, or just come in, even better. Okay, so the list will be down below. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a great weekend.